Intro music.
Come on in.
A star for the ages for Tony Gwynn, number 3,000.
They have acquired Eric Johnson and Fernando Tatis Jr. from the White Sox in exchange for James Shield.
Welcome to Slam Diego! My name is Joey.
My name is James.
And this is the Brothers Padres!
Might just be the weirdest, greatest day of all time.
The Washington Nationals have informed the San Diego Padres that they are resending Juan Soto and one Josh Bell to the San Diego Padres franchise. The deal as it stands currently on this emergency episode of the Brothers Padre is Mackenzie, Gore, Robert Hassell III, CJ Abrams, James Wood, Jarlin, Susana, and maybe Eric Hosmer for said Juan Soto and Josh Bell. My goodness.
It might be the greatest prospect trade for a single star of all time. I am stunned because we talked about it.
Yeah.
This was always wouldn't it be great? Yes, it would be great, but dreams rarely come true, Joey.
No, I get it. Yeah.
We don't live in a Disney movie.
Nope.
Things like this don't happen. And I am still... We waited till the last possible minute to start recording because there's still a few things up in the air, but according to the Padres just released that AJ Preller gave Gore a hug and told him it's the hardest part of the job. The Nationals have informed Bell and Soto they're being traded. And for some reason, and if Hosmer doesn't waive his no trade clause, we'll give them another big leaguer.
Or find a third team, be a 3-team deal. So Hosmer gets shipped to the Cubs, maybe, and the Cubs send Nationals something. Maybe.
So what we know for sure, Mackenzie Gore has been told he's leaving. Soto and Bell have been told they're leaving. Scott Boras has told them all they're leaving.
Right.
Who happens to be the agent for everybody, apparently. Is there any other agents in baseball?
There's Dan Lozano, who represents Tatis and Machado, but that's it.
I mean,
He's doing fine, though.
He's doing fine. I just told you right before we came on, I'm excited. Like, I feel like I'm an astronaut about ready to launch in space, but I can't remember if I'm on the Challenger or not.
Oh,
because this sounds too good to be true, Joey.
Oh, yeah. This, for people that are unaware, Juan Soto's 23 years old. People that have had on-base percentages close to him at the age 23 seasons, who are better than him, are one Barry Bonds, Ted Williams, and Babe Ruth. Dude is a monster. Dude has always been incredible. Won the Home Run Derby this year. Has won the World Series before with the Nationals. Is an elite hitter. He is under team control until 2024. So this season and the next 2 seasons, potentially, we have Juan Soto.
Yeah, and also, on top of that...
It's incredible.
Like that's the thing, you have to keep remembering about his age. He's 23. Yes, Robert Hassell III might beat Bryce Harper, but he's 21.
Yeah.
So we're not trading for a superstar in the later half of his career.
No.
We're trading for somebody, and Woods is 20.
Yep.
So, like I said,
it's a haul. The Padres system got way worse today.
Oh, yeah.
This is a haul. Gore has potential to be Cy Young. CJ Abrams could potentially be Barry Larkin. Wood could be a lefty Aaron Judge. Hassell, Harper. Jarlin, Susana's a big potential high ceiling pitcher. Like these are all legit prospects.
Yes.
Everyone is saying that Nationals are fleeced. These kind of deals, you pay for as many great lottery picks as he can, and the Nationals have 5 of them.
If Wood, Hassell, Abrams, and Gore live up to half their potential, they're all good players. If they live up to their full potential,
it's
the Padres will never. I mean, I don't think you can look at this as bad for either team.
No, I agree.
Because you could say the Padres are clearly going for it.
You could say it's bad for the Nationals because they didn't have the guts to sign a young Ted Williams, right?
This is true.
Disregard that. I mean, this Nationals team at one point had Bryce Harper, Anthony Rendon, Juan Soto, Trey Turner, and Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
And
Juan Soto watched all of his friends go away.
Right.
I mean, technically, he only played with Bryce Harper for a half a season.
Yeah.
But still.
This is depending on how this day ends, because we're still 5 hours away from the deadline, and AJ Preller is still working the phones. I bet because he still has to figure out the Hosmer situation, because the Hosmer situation is not going to hold up the trade. We delayed recording this podcast because we were worried the Hosmer was going to tank the whole thing. There are versions of this. Basically, the deal is done for Juan Soto and Bell to come to San Diego. Now, where does Hosmer end up? That's to be determined. But the deal is going to be done for those 2 players. James, how does this sound? Profar, Soto, Tatis, Machado, Josh Bell, Luke Voigt, Myers, Cronenworth, Alfaro. Actually,
And
I guess no. It would be probably Myers or Grisham, right?
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, because whoever plays center field, right? I'm okay with that lineup. Tatis, Soto, Machado probably are 1, 2, and 3, though, right? But Profar's been so good this year.
I mean, honestly, I would say if I would, because it's clear Cronenworth hits better when he has a power threat behind him.
Yeah.
If you have Jerickson Profar,
It's wild. We're getting Juan Soto.
I can't get excited until 3:00, Joey. I can't.
You're still thinking it's all going to tank in front of you.
I have been a Padre fan for 30 plus years. Yes, I think it's going to tank.
Oh, my goodness.
So here's the thing. If I was setting up the lineup, I would go Jerickson, Cronenworth, followed by Machado, Soto, Tatis, Bell, Voigt, maybe Grisham, and then Myers. And it's crazy to think Will Myers would be batting. Myers or Mazzara would be batting 8th.
Yeah.
And then Grisham and then 7th or 8th. It's just the fact that we would have potentially Machado, Tatis, or Soto in the 5 hole.
Yeah. Let's also not get lost in this how good of a player Josh Bell is.
Oh yeah,
he's a 3.6 baseball reference WAR this year. He has a 300 batting average, which would be second best in the Padres as it stands today. 14 home runs, 113 hits. Dude is having a good year at the plate.
He's a switch hitter. He can hit from power from both sides, but the best thing is he can hit doubles from both sides.
Yeah.
Doubles wins championships.
He has a 877 OPS this year, which would make him, if Juan Soto was on the team, the best. I mean,
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm a little, I guess the question is we could lose Josh Bell if we don't trade Hosmer. I guess that could be a thing.
The second I heard we were getting Bell, and before they announced that we might be trading Hosmer, I thought we might swap Bell or flip Bell real quick.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a interesting couple hours, but the point is, according to all sources, Soto is a Padre.
Yes. More than likely, Bell is also a Padre as well.
I don't know what else to say about this, Joey, because this is so crazy. Because I don't know what to say. Because until the deal is 100% finalized, which sounds like it's 99% finalized, we're getting Soto.
Soto is, I think, probably definitely is 100% coming to be a Padre. The question is going to be, does the deal get pared down? Because if Hosmer says no, the no trade. And I will give Hosmer one. It's not an easy situation. He does like the Padres team, and he leaves a contender to a non-contender, right? And I think it's not a great spot because he's going to be hated. Like, he has to. I don't know how you can become. After what the organization has done this to you, put you in this spot. You kind of have to decide. Is it worth sticking around a team that kind of doesn't want you? And I think the answer is no, you shouldn't. And that's just me. But I don't know. It's not an easy decision, but he makes the team worse, and just the way it is. Josh Bell makes the team better, and when you have the opportunity to get Juan Soto, who is in his 5th year of the majors, who's already hit 119 home runs, 358 RBIs, 108 doubles in his career. Career OBP of 427. So 42% of the time he's up to bat, he ends up on base.
That's so.
Literally,
that's so. I'm.
He's Ted Williams, James.
I'm having a reaction here. I forgot how to breathe. Forgotten how to speak. Like I said. There's that one nagging part of me. It's like, if this falls through,
Soto part won't fall through.
It's what major league player, and also like
Gore is going, Soto's coming. Those are for sure what's going to happen. The question is going to be, with Hosmer out, are the Padres willing to give him Susana and or maybe, Susana is the weakest part of that haul.
Yeah.
And is Bell, Padres could just very well be like, you know what? This deal was a salary dump anyway. We're going to find someone who's going to take us. If we're going to pay all of it, because according to sources, the Nationals are only going to pay him the rest of this year, but we're going to pay the next 2 years. So there's a team out there that likes
Hosmer for nothing.
Yeah. Someone, the Cubs, Red Sox, someone's going to want that.
Man, I didn't think.
You're flabbergasted.
I am so flabbergasted. Like I said, we're going to do another podcast today after 3.
Yeah, and actually, we're going to have some caviar. We're going to have some you don't drink alcohol. So we'll have champagne-like substances.
Sparkling water.
That sounds like it's drugs.
Yeah.
It's sparkling water.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to recap the whole trade deadline.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, this is a Ryan Phillips reporting. The Padres have expressly told people that they believe they will enter into extension talks with Juan Soto in the offseason.
Of course they will.
Dude, Boris makes so much money. Can we talk about Scott Boris for a second? Dude makes so much money. He represents Max Scherzer, Trey Turner, Juan Soto, Eric Hosmer.
We can't win them all.
Yeah, it's true. He makes 5 to 15% every deal. Dude, if the Padres extend Juan Soto, they're giving him $500 million. That's $1.2 billion in contract the Padres have signed in the past 5 years. This is a different Padre. We always talk about the Padres changing, but my goodness, like, AJ Preller is going for it. I wish we were on video because James is a nervous mess right now. He's rubbing his chair. He's walking back and forth. He might start crying. When I was in the hospital seeing birth of my first kid, I looked like James right now.
Yes. One of us has nothing else but the Padres.
Oh, that's not true.
Oh, this is so I am so unbelievably just this. There has never been a time in Padres history where we've traded like this.
Darvish, Musgrove, and Snell were aggressive and good moves.
Yes.
But this is a blockbuster. This is Babe Ruth to the Red Sox. I'm going to say it. This is Babe Ruth sending from the Red Sox to the Yankees.
Yes.
That's the level of talent we're getting.
That's the level of talent we're getting. Darvish, Musgrove, and Snell signings, all of those guys are great pitchers, Cy Young contenders. Unless something really drastically happens to a few of them, none of them are going to the Hall of Fame. They're going to have their numbers retired, probably. And some organization, probably the Padres. But Darvish is probably not going to. He's 35. Yeah. He probably won't go to the Hall of Fame unless Musgrove has just a phenomenal last couple of years. Like I said, we're getting a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
That we're going to have for at least 2 years, hitting in the same lineup
with two other Hall of Famers.
Two other Hall of Famers. Potential. For one, I mean, right now, if Manny Machado retired, his 10-year numbers are good enough to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. James, I'm gonna give a little picture. You know, loyal listeners know that we love the 90s in baseball because, shocker, when you grow up in the 90s, you love everything about it, especially baseball. I'm gonna paint a little scene for you, okay, James?
Okay.
Fernando Tatis Jr. hasn't played all year. Is often heralded as a top 5 player in all of baseball. In the offseason, he met with one Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa, prolific home run hitter, is marred in controversy. And this is not a long enough podcast nor the context to discuss such controversy. Sammy Sosa still was a good baseball player with a good mindset to hit home runs. What if I told you with Juan Soto, we effectively have Sammy Sosa batting in front of Barry Bonds?
Yeah, that's exactly what we just did.
And if you're not running through walls as a Padre fan right now, I don't know what to tell you, because that's what just happened. We have a guy who gets on base just as much as Barry Bonds with the same power, who's going to hit in front of or behind someone who said, now I'm changing my approach to hit 2 or 3 home runs every game in Fernando Tatis Jr. Yes, that is the kind of lineup that we are putting forth every game now. And when Tatis Jr. comes back this weekend or Monday, dude, that's a terrifying lineup. Who you want to walk Juan Soto to get to Tatis? Go ahead.
Because you know who's hitting behind him?
Right.
Machado.
Right, like just go ahead. Let's play. Let's have some fun. Like that is a devastating lineup. And with Josh Hader, this is the best deadline of Preller's career.
Yes.
And what if I told you? What if the Hosmer thing? What if we empty the tank? What if we send Campusano plus a major league catcher plus Hosmer to the Chicago Cubs? And what if we land also Wilson Contreras? You're going to cry.
I don't know if I could continue.
That's a very outside shot because Wilson Contreras is probably the best offensive player left on the right. He's the best offensive player
left on the market. Yeah. It all depends on what happens in the next couple hours because there's still wild rumors that the Giants might start selling.
Yeah. So
crazy, crazy, Joey.
you're still flabbergasted. We're gonna record 2 podcasts today. Hopefully, by the next podcast, you'll have come down to earth because you're the gasted of a flabber, as they say.
That's not even a thing anyone has ever said.
I think Charles Dickens said this best: "Is that son, you've got great expectations."
Again, I don't think you've ever read Charles Dickens.
Because now the Padres have one thing in mind this season, right? It is the big cake.
The thing is, like, now we have it for the next at least 2 seasons.
Yeah. But with this starting rotation, with that closer, with Tatis and Soto Machado, maybe Josh Bell, Luke Voigt.
And we'll have...
Big Willie's back.
Will Myers will be on the bench, which is a great bench piece.
Will Myers said it was like Christmas, looking at Twitter this morning. Clubhouse scene, pretty empty. Will Meyer walks in, goes to his locker, according to Jeff Sanders. As the media crowds around, he says, someone's got to come into the clubhouse. Yeah. Will Myers, we'll do some toast this afternoon, but I'm going to toast Will Myers too.
Yes.
Because the dude has gone through the gauntlet as a trade deadline, but the dude has always been professional and has tried his best. And that's all I want from a baseball player.
Yes.
Someone who's been honest with the media, honest with the fans. And of course he's excited to have Juan Soto in his lineup. Mm-hmm. Of course he is, because it's Juan Soto. James, we're getting Juan Soto. What if Rob Manfred vetoes the deal? That's the only thing that could happen, right? To really crush our dreams.
I don't,
because you still are on the fence about it. You don't know. You can't buy all into this is happening.
I cannot, because Joey, I've been a Padre fan for a while.
You're not going to be convinced until you're in person and the announcer's like, Juan Soto.
Until I see Juan Soto in a Padres uniform at bat.
Yeah. With the Soto shuffle.
Oh, he's
Mad Dog and Kershaw.
Imagine him doing the Soto shuffle in the City Connect uniforms. That might be the greatest image of all time.
Just a reminder, the Padres have traded for Yu Darvish, Blake Snell, Mike Clevenger, Joe Musgrove, and Josh Hader, all within the past 2 years.
And Adam Frazier and...
Well, I'm intentionally not leaving in the lowlights.
Oh.
I mean, Jake Cronenworth, too. That's also, The dude is a trade machine.
And when it's like we're going to recap at 3:00, do a complete rundown of all the trades. Well, at least all the important trades. There's always...
I don't care about... No disrespect to Matt Bush. I don't care about your trade, though.
I don't even know who he is.
He used to be a Padre, and he got in a lot of trouble in the minor leagues. Not the context to talk about his troubles of Matt Bush. But you know what? We're welcome, Matt Bush. You got free airtime. Good job.
Good. I still don't know who you are.
Juan Soto is sending a Padre. And until...
Oh, my goodness. All right. I think we should end it because I might have to have a heart palpitation.
And until next time, James, go Padres.
Go Padres.
And there it is. Oh, doctor, you can hang a star on that, baby.